Hello students, in today's session we will be discussing on the topic farm inventory. So farm inventory is a list of all the physical assets or all the physical property that is owned by the farmer. So we'll see what are the different kinds of inventories involved in the farm, how to maintain this inventory, why to check the inventory and all. So this is a major important topic that comes under your course agribusiness management. So we'll see what is this, what is the definition of farm inventory. The definition says that it is a list of all physical property of all business along with their value at a specified date. It is the complete list of farmers' asset. So it is the whole sum of all the assets owned by the farmer, and the inventory management and the inventories analysis will be valued at a specified time for a particular year, like for a particular agriculture year or for a particular year. So the valuation of the inventory is done for a specified time period, and the inventory is the total, it is a list of all like physical assets, all kind of assets owned by the farmer. Farm inventory is a complete list of farmers' assets with their valuation at a point of time. So you have to always remember it is the complete list of farmers' assets with their value at a point of time. Okay, this point of time or a time period should be always prescribed. An inventory repeated at another points of time would account for depreciations or appreciations of assets and their sale or purchase during time between the inventories. What do you mean by this? If a same inventory or a same asset is repeated in some other accounts or some other places, so that the value of that asset or that particular account have to be depreciated, the value have to be minimized. Or if somewhere we like the farmer forgot to like state certain assets, then he have to appreciate the asset, appreciation of the asset have to be done on the another account. That is, all the assets have to be calculated, all the assets valuation have to be done. Okay, simply that means the inventory have to, all the inventories have to be valued. The difference between the two inventories reflect profit or losses during the periods, that is for the particular year. Usually periods refers to an agricultural year or agriculture year, and inventory at beginning of yearly compared with that of the end of the year. So inventory, how do we evaluate the year inventory? In a particular year we will be evaluating, like at the starting of the year, at the first month of the year, what was the inventory level and what is the value of inventory at the end of the year. This is how we, the valuation of the inventory is normally done. So what is the purpose of maintaining farm inventory? So the first point is a complete form of inventory taken at the beginning of each season will give a list of all the assets, with their values. It shows what amount of capital goes on to the business. So a complete form of inventory helps for the valuation of all kinds of assets, like the farmer or the owner of the farm can understand what was the list of assets when he started the business and what is the capital going into the business. So what is this capital? Capital is owner's equity into the business, that is owner's contribution to the business. Second purpose is the farm inventory is a necessary step in complete farm accounting. So for completing the farm accounting, this farm inventory is involved. As we have learned the farm accountancy, there are different kinds of record to be maintained. There are physical records, financial records and supplementary records. At the same time, in the financial records, farm inventory, cash book and other books have to be also maintained. So among them, farm inventory is also important to complete the farm accounting. Okay, so third purpose of this farm inventory is the inventory provides a basic for computing the growth in net worth. That is, net worth means valuation of the worth of the business organization or the business, the farm business. For the proper valuation, what is the value of that particular farm? For computing that value or net worth of that particular farm organization, inventory is necessary. Fourth point, it enables to work out the measures of income. So it helps to measure out what is the income received and what are the expenses happened. It enables to determine the depreciation cost, helps to identify what are the depreciation cost involved. It also helps to work out the value of last year takeover of stocks and this year leftover. It helps to value what are the leftovers in the last year, and what we have carry forward from the last year, and what are the leftovers in the particular running particular year. Okay, so it helps to value what are the leftovers in the what have been taken from that particular year last year, and what all things are left over in this particular year. And the seventh point, the purpose of farm inventory, the basic for income statement. Farm income cannot be calculated without inventories, so it acts as a basic information source or a source of data for preparation of the income statement. Okay, and all the it also stands at a basic information or data as a data source for the balance sheet preparation and income statement preparation. It reveals a change in net worth through comparison of a farm inventories taken at the beginning of the year with another assembled at the end of the year. In farm inventory, how we compare is we will be looking into the total, the net worth at each year, like last year, the past year, and what is at the present year. So that's how the inventory valuation is done. So these are the purposes for which the farm inventory is maintained. Okay, now what is the objectives of preparing a farm inventory? We have discussed what is definition, meaning, and at the same time we have seen why to maintain farm inventory. What are the purpose, like for what all purpose we have to maintain farm inventory. Now we'll see what are the objectives of preparing farm inventory. To understand the size of the farm, like we can understand what is the size in the means what is the value of the farm, what is the net worth of the farm. Next point is comparison of assets in a year. So we can compare the value of assets at the beginning of the year and at the end of the year, or we can comparison between the past and present years also. We can compare the value of assets. Third point is knowledge about the sources. So from the farm inventories, it can be identified what are the kinds of inventories, what are the assets, what are the liabilities, what are the different kinds of inventories involved, what are the different sources of inventories. That can be also understood. Next is helpful for income statement, for the preparation of income statement and final accounts. Calculation of depreciation cost, for the proper calculation of depreciation cost. Depreciation cost is every asset's value will be decreasing as the years passes, so that is a depreciation cost. As for every asset, as the years passes, the value will be less. For example, a machinery or a tractor purchased today at rupees 7 lakh. If we want to sell the same tractor after 1 month, and we are telling that we have not used it, we just bought it and we are selling it, we cannot sell that tractor at 7 lakh rupees. Definitely there will be a depreciation cost, because 1 month time there is a depreciation cost. So for everything, for every kind of assets, there is a depreciation. As time passes, the value of asset decreases, that is depreciation. So now we will see what are the process of taking farm inventory, how we will be taking farm inventory, how to analyze farm inventory, or how to calculate the farm inventory. So there is two methods. First one is physical counting. We can just count 1, 2, 3, like that way we can count the inventories. The second is valuation of physical assets by valuation of the physical assets. So physical counting means physical counting is necessary to verify numbers, weights and measurements. Losses, wastage of shrinkages are always occurring and can cause considerable error if the inventory not made carefully. Okay, now the second process of taking farm inventory is valuation of physical assets. The physical assets have to be valued. The first point is physical counting. We just have to count. Valuation of physical assets mean the farmer should place value on each item using an appropriate valuation method. There should be a particular method, that is a statistical method. Valuation of farm assets presents a most complex problem because an error in the valuation of inventory may result misleading. That is, there may be like valuation, if the valuation is there is certain errors, then the farm's planning and everything will be affected. So the value of assets is calculated by their present value, and the value of different particulars is calculated on the basis of market conditions. Valuation of physical assets sometimes result into overvaluation. So if there is some error in the valuation, that may lead to overvaluation and undervaluation. So the one who is doing valuation should be very much careful about the valuation. Now, what are the components of farm inventory? As I told, farm inventory means it's a list of all kinds of assets owned by the farmer. So what all kinds of assets may be, what all kinds of assets will be there? What are the components of farm inventory? So in inventory, there are assets, there are liability, and the net worth of the net worth statement. Net worth statement is also termed as a balance sheet. Okay, balance sheet also termed as final accounts. So we'll see what are the kinds of assets involved. What is this asset? An asset is physical properties or intangible right owned by the business or an individual that have value. The assets may be tangible or intangible in nature. Tangible means which can be seen, which can be touched, and tangible means the physical properties which can be touched, which can be felt, and which can be seen. Intangible means these are certain things like goodwill, copyright, all those things which cannot be seen, which can be only felt. Such kind of ownerships or such kind of rights or documents are termed as intangible rights or intangible assets. Okay, so there are tangible and intangible assets, and the assets can be classified as current asset, working asset, and fixed asset. We call fixed asset, current asset, and working asset. So current asset means these consist of cash in hand, like cash which is in hand, bills receivable, these are the amount which will be incoming, crop feed on hand, livestock that is or will shortly be in condition for the sale. And currents may be considered as the assets which is the normal operation of a business will be liquidated within the accounting year. So current assets means those assets which can be converted into cash at the earliest in 1 year or 1 year, in a very short span. If certain asset or certain physical property which can be converted into cash, okay, that kind of assets are termed as current asset. Current assets are those assets which can be easily converted into cash within a short time period. Okay, working assets means they are more liquid than fixed assets such as farm machinery, equipment, etc. Okay, for example, breeding and producing a livestock, this is again a working asset. And their value may be regarded as being transferred slowly to the products of farm operations. And fixed assets means they are of nature that it is difficult to convert them into cash or meet any current obligations. For example, land, building, and other long-lived inventories structures. So fixed assets are those assets which cannot be easily converted into cash, and current and working assets are those can be easily converted into cash. Current assets are very easy to convert, working assets are little difficult to convert, but they are faster to convert it into cash than the fixed assets. Fixed assets are long term assets which cannot be easily, like which is very difficult to convert into cash, like land, because for land we have to find a person who will purchase that or all those things. So it takes long time to convert into cash. If you are in an emergency, you cannot convert the land into cash, buildings into cash. So small things, like if you have certain cash at your bank, that is very easy to approach. Like you just have to go to the bank and take the money, so that is easy to approach. So bills receivable, if someone is like someone have to give you some money, some bills have to be received, so that is also easy to convert into cash. So that is the difference between current assets and fixed assets. Current assets are easy to convert it into cash, and fixed assets are very difficult to convert into cash. Liability is again another item that is like that we consider while preparing an inventory, farm inventory sheet. So the liabilities means that are the debt, like the money or the debt that the business have to be paid to someone else. Okay, so it's a debt or amount of money owned by individual, partnership, or corporations. That is like liabilities can be called as they are the commitment of farmer. Like the farmer have to pay this off, or that is his liability. Asset means what it is his ownership, and liability means that is his commitment, and this may be in the form of loan, promissory notes, or anything. There may be loans for the farmer, so that is, if the farmer is having a bank loan, that is again considered as a liability. Like what all commitments a farmer is having, that is termed as his liability, and what all things the ownership is considered as assets. Okay, so again, like assets, there are three different kinds of liabilities, that is current liabilities, intermediate liabilities, and long-term liabilities. So current liabilities, that repayment of these liabilities may be immediately paid. If a farmer can make the payment very easily at the end of the season or end of the harvest, once he get money, he can convert and he can just pay it off. That kind of liabilities are termed as current liability, like which a farmer can pay it off very at the earliest. And intermediate liabilities means which falls in between the current liabilities and long-term liabilities. Long-term liabilities include long-term loans, for example loan for machineries or loan for land or building. That will be a long-term loan, because that will be for 10 years, 20 years loan liability. The liability on the farmer will be for like more than 10 years. So that kind of more than 5 years, whatever that comes more than 10 years or 5 years, that comes under the long-term liability. Okay, intermediate liability means that comes in between this current liability and the long-term liability. Examples are promissory note, medium term and short term loans comes under this intermediate liability. Long-term liability is long-term loan, that is long-term loan for this land, machinery, and all. And finally, the net worth statement. This is again an item in the farm inventory, that is balance sheet, preparation of balance sheet. In balance sheet, we will be explaining the balance sheet in the practical session. Then you will get to know in the performer balance sheet, you will see the asset side and the liability side. Asset side, you can see assets and liability. So it is the value in by preparation of the balance sheet, what we get, like end of the balance sheet, what we get is a net worth of the particular business or particular firm. So net worth statement shows the financial condition and stability of the business at a particular point of time. Always remember, the balance sheet or whatever be the final account, it shows the financial condition of the particular firm or a business organization for a time period, for a particular time, maybe for a financial year, maybe for a 6 months time. Like every balance sheet or every kind of financial statements are prepared for a particular time period, and the net worth is shown as an axis of assets over liability. What are the assets the business or the farmer is having over his liability? Assets minus liability, so that is the net worth. So this is all about the farm inventory. This is the theoretical aspects that are coming under the farm inventory concept. So in the next class we will be dealing with the practical session. So I hope what is farm inventory, what is the purpose, what are the objectives of preparation of a farm inventory, what are the items involved in the farm inventory, what are the components involved, all those things are clear to you all. Thank you all.